Hey guys, this will be my third time trying to make this video because my phone hates me. So hopefully I can get through it, because if I can't, I'm gonna have way too much to show y'all on Wednesday if I'm able to go out. I do have some books coming in the mail that I will show because I am super excited for them, but it's also the first week of summer, so I don't know if I'll be able to actually go out and about. But I do got a lot to show you from today. Well, from a couple of days. On our way home from Georgia, if you watched my last video, we had stopped at an antique mall and had found some books that we were really excited about, and a couple of them that kind of were living rent-free in our heads afterwards. So went back and stopped back on the way home and ended up finding this, which we did not see the first time. Found the first print of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, which, if you saw, I think it was my first video, maybe my second, we picked up the second print with the J. Scott Campbell sketch variants. So this first print is, oh my gosh, like, I had kind of looked at the first print covers before, but I'd never really looked at them like super up close. Like, how cool. You got Wolverine Deadpool walking away with Wolverine's mask. You've got this tortured Spider-Man and Captain America. I mean, this is awesome. So that second print that we picked up was, I think we got them for 50 cents a piece, and I ended up selling it for like $70. This right here, I think it's really more this cover and this one that are the desirable ones, but I mean, I'm sure we can still get that much for it. Like I said, bought this for $40. So hopefully I'll be able to flip that around, because did not do a whole lot of dollar bin digging, did a whole lot of back bins in the past week or so. So got to recoup somewhere. Next we got from that same antique mall, Aquaman number 37. This is the first appearance of the Scavenger. Paid $13 for this, and it goes for about $20. This is just a really cool, it uses kind of the same coloring that I was in love with on the Gemma Paro Aquaman, what was it, 42 or something like that? Anyways, but this is a Nick Cardy cover. It just has the same kind of vibrancy to it, which I thought was really nifty. And yeah, first appearance of Scavenger. Picked it up for, yeah, $13, sells for about $20. It's a lot of best offers. It's kind of all over the place, but that seems to be the average. Next up, we got Street Fighter number 1. Now, I've always been more of a Mortal Kombat kind of girl, so I couldn't tell you half these people's names, but it is their first appearance. It's also a newsstand. It still has the poster, still in the poly bag, and grabbed it for, I don't think it was $15, I think it was $13 that we spent on that, and it comps out at about $45 pretty easy all day. So that was really cool to find. Next, I've got Detective Comics number 524. This is the second appearance of Jason Todd, but it is the first full appearance of Killer Croc. This book we got for $18, and I don't even know what to say. Like, that is such a good deal, because I looked it up. This is a pretty high grade copy of this book, and in a near mint condition. Last sold was $90, and even in a mid-grade copy it sells for $55 all day. So great deal, $18. Snacked that up. And that was all that we had gotten from that antique mall. So the rest of this stuff came from our two local shops. One of them is actually on this box right here. And I got a couple of dollar bin books, but a lot of this came from the back bins. First, I've got New Teen Titans number 20. This one I paid $1 for. This is the first appearance of Jason Todd Robin joining the Teen Titans. I'll say it all day. I'm a big fan of Teen Titans in the first place. Teen Titans keys are so undervalued. Pick this up for $1. It goes for about $10. I know this isn't like a huge key, but I mean, it was exciting for me to find. I think I meant to show this one first, but this is City Boy #1. One of the Donna DC titles. It's also the Asian American appreciation, or whatever, the We Are Legends. That's what I was looking for. Kind of like the milestones and things where they are highlighting Asian American, Pacific Islanders, the heroes and artists and things like that. And I'm really enjoying this Dawn of DC situation too, because I've been looking for a good jumping in point for DC books. City Boy, his power is that he communicates with cities, which I think is awesome. So I'm excited to read this book. Came out a week or two ago, so you know it was cover price, but City Boy #1, first appearance of City Boy. This is a $1 book too. This is just for the PC. This is Amethyst Princess of Gemworld #8. Again, just kind of a cool amethyst cover. I'm collecting the early Amethyst issues. I really love just the colors and the way that they work together, and I don't know. I'm so drawn to her. So normally I'm not really picking up the first series books as much. I'm trying to finish the mini series or the maxi series before I really get too hard into that. But this is actually one I've never really seen in the dollar bins. Some of them I do come across often, so I wanted to get that because, like I said, I haven't seen it. Fantastic Four #280 is my next $1 book. This is, or in this issue, Sue Storm becomes Malice. And I kind of flipped through it, and it looks like such a good story. I am definitely going to go into my Marvel Unlimited app to read this whole thing. I mean, this copy itself, it's not in terrible condition, but it's not, you know, pristine. Actually, it is pretty nice, but I don't know if you can see around the staple there. It's a little bit rough and stuff like that. But anyways, Sue Storm becomes Malice. It's a newsstand copy. Picked it up for $1. It goes for $8 to $15-ish on eBay, kind of depending on the day. Next, I've got Alpha Flight 41. This is another one that just kind of looks, I mean, we were staring at it like, this looks like a 9/8 copy. I do see a little bit of a spine roll there. That can be addressed a little bit. This is the first appearance of Purple Girl, who is the daughter of Purple Man. I'm a Doctor Who nerd. I really enjoyed Jessica Jones. So obviously I like Purple Man, and I'll pick up anything around him, especially for $1, especially when I just pull out a freaking 9/8 candidate from a dollar bin. This book goes for I saw it selling kind of $6 to $15. It sells pretty often, and it sells generally in that price range. Purple Girl ends up becoming Persuasion later on. I don't really know how big of a character that is, but it does sound like an interesting character, especially knowing what I know about Purple Man. Next, we got Green Lantern 53, or Brightest Day Green Lantern 53. This is the 1 in 25 variant that we got for $5 today. And last sale on this was about $20. Well, no, last sale on that was $20. But a couple months ago, this book was only going for $7. So I can only imagine that it's got something to do with Green Lantern speculation. But I thought this was really cool. Everybody's kind of fighting over the lantern itself. And 1 in 25 variant for $5 is also like a no-brainer. Next I've got Superman Batman #8. This is the first appearance of a new Supergirl, is kind of how it's described. I flipped through it. I mean, it's literally Batman finds a spaceship and Supergirl is walking around naked speaking Kryptonian to people, and at the end Superman's like, hey, it's my cousin. Like, I mean, it's literally the reintroduction, I guess, of Kara. It's a cool Michael Turner cover, and he really does draw a beautiful Supergirl. I was trying not to love it as much as I do, but the interior artwork on this, the story itself is actually really simple, but it is such a compelling book because it is so pretty on the inside. That right there, like I said, picked that one up, or I don't know if I said, but we picked that one up for $6. And last sold on this was today for $30. So that was an exciting deal to find. Next, I've got Action Comics 687. This is the first Eradicator story. His first appearance was in Superman 500 along with John Henry, who is Steel, and Cyborg Superman. This is also the introduction of the Kryptonian regeneration matrix, apparently, which is what brings Superman back when he dies. So a couple of videos ago, I showed where I had gotten the red and the blue cover that had the Cyborg Superman and the John Henry stories in it. So I've got the red, the blue, and the green. Got the whole set. This is a nice little die cut color and always a fun dollar bin find for me. I haven't actually seen the green one ever. I see the red and the blue often. But. Next, we've got my first Spider-Man book that I've bought for me. Amazing Spider-Man number 308. It's just a really cool Todd McFarlane cover. Get a good look at it there, but get a good look at that right there. Who kidnapped Mary Jane? Kidnapped? Nice little misspelling error there on the front. So it's right up my wheelhouse. I like to collect the little obscure things like that. Pick that up for $8. I think, yeah, $8. And it sells for about $15. So half price for a PC book. Next, I've got the new Teen Titans number 39. This is the last issue with Dick Grayson as Robin. I'm a big fan. I love Robin. I love Dick Grayson. He is my Robin. I love Nightwing because I love Dick Grayson. This is just like, I don't know, this cover itself was so emotional. Like, the use of negative space on this, I think, is just, I don't know, it was just pretty. It was really compelling, I guess, to me. So for that to be the last issue of Dick Grayson as Robin, that's also compelling to me on a personal level. Pick that up for $5, and it goes for about $15, something like that. Let's see, I'm gonna move these. So, next up, we've got something a little bit different. This is Infinity Ink number 13. This is kind of one of those, if you know, you know, kind of books that gets missed a lot because people don't pay so much attention to artist keys. But that's what I enjoy the most, I think. Infinity Ink number 13. This is the first DC Todd McFarlane art on the inside. There's like a welcome to this newcomer. He's worked a little bit with Marvel, blah, blah. Just this young guy who is a Canadian living in the United States, and here he is, say hey. This little newcomer turns out to be Todd McFarlane. It's a whole page in the back, kind of showing off his thing. We picked this up for $8, and it sells for $20 and up, just kind of depending on the day, and depending, I guess, on who comes across it. This next one is also an artist key. This one I learned about through a Bronzeville Comics video, and if you don't watch him, he really is my favorite, like, I guess, content creator with comic books right now. And he had a video on underappreciated 1980s books or 1980s keys or something like that. Anyways, this is Justice League of America number 184, and this is the first full artwork by George Perez in a DC title. So before, it had been Dick Dillon doing Justice League of America, and he died, and George Perez was given the reins, I guess, of the Justice League of America, and this is his first book. It's also a super classic. I mean, I don't know if, I'm sure there is, somebody probably could show me a better dark side cover, but I don't know if I've seen one. So pick that up for $8. It goes for about $15 to $20. This next one, This is also a PC book for me. This is a Sensational She-Hulk number 52. I bought this for $24, and that's about what it goes for online. But this is an Adam Hughes, kind of a sought-after She-Hulk cover. I just really love how pin-up-y everything that he does is. Some people just really don't know how to draw She-Hulk, but I really like this. I think this is his only cover for the Sensational She-Hulk title. So that makes it like double cool for me, because I do enjoy picking up Adam Hughes whenever I can. This is going to fill out my my She-Hulk shelf. I have one little spot where I've just got this lonely red Sonya who's just waiting to be replaced. And sorry, honey, but she's this one's moving in. Next up, we got Action Comics number 595. This is the first appearance of the Silver Banshee. This is a really cool John Byrne cover. Like, honestly, this is probably the nicest copy we have. We have 4 copies of this book. I think I knocked my camera a bit. We have 4 copies of this book, and it seems to be pretty undervalued in general. Paid $5 for this one, and it goes for about $15. Next, I've got X-Force number 11. This is the first appearance of Domino, the real Domino, Nina Thurman Domino. I guess supposed other first appearance would have been New Mutants 98, which is also Deadpool's first appearance, but we later learned that that was actually Copycat pretending to be Domino, and this is the first appearance of her, actually. When people have asked me like what my ideal superpower would be, it would be to be able to change the probability of anything happening at any given time. And when I told that to my husband, he was like, you know, that's Domino, right? And I kind of looked at it and I was like, you know what? You're right. On top of that, this copy is so nice. It's so, I mean, this is probably a 9.8. And I normally don't say that because I'm very picky. You know, if he asks me what I think something's going to grade at, I'm pretty conservative about it. I don't see any issues with this book. In a 9.8, it goes for about $100. So I guess it is, you know, whatever you think as far as if it's worth it to grade. But if something like that just falls into my lap, I'm probably going to go do it. Paid about we pay $10 for this book. It goes for about 10 to 15 or so. So, raw like this. But like I said, this is pretty and worth preserving, in my opinion. Next up, I got Superman number 249. This is the first appearance of Terra Man. It's just a really cool Neil Adams Superman cover. We paid $10 for this book, and it goes for about $10. But, you know, it's an older book. I think it's 1972, so it's not, like, crazy old, but it's thick. And other copies that I've seen of this have had issues with the spine. This one doesn't. I mean, maybe a little bit of, you know, ticks and things along it, but it's not completely flattened out or anything. This one is super nice. But yeah, we paid about what it's worth. So not going to complain about that. Next up, we got Young Avengers number 6. This is the first appearance of Cassie Lang as Stature. And this is another, like, book that just uses the negative space really well. The colors of it really well. You can see kind of the seriousness and the grief in this artwork. This book sells for about $15 to $20, so again, paid right at comps for it. I think when it was hot, I mean, it was real hot. It was going for 100, 150 raw in near mint condition, which this one maybe, I think that we noticed a couple of little ticks and stuff on it, but oh well. And then last up, we've got X-Men number 4. This is the first appearance of Omega Red. Here he is on the cover. So, first cover and first full appearance. It's also a newsstand copy that we paid $12 for. Now this is probably the best thing of today because this goes for about $40. So that was a pretty nice little steal. And this is also, I mean, it's a little bit dirty, but it's in pretty decent condition too. And that's kind of what we were trying to be picky today, and somehow I ended up with this whole big stack. And that's why I was like, I have to get this out because we've got some books coming in the mail I'm really excited to show off on Wednesday. And if I'm able to go out, there was no way I was going to be able to make all of that into one video. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed our pickups and maybe learned something. And yeah, I will see you around. I still don't know how to end these videos. One of these days, I'll figure something out. But I guess I'll see you next time.